The success of the season of Australia and South Africa hinges on a knife edge as they finally meet at NIB Stadium for what will ultimately decide how each side's season will pan out. Will it be a success? Will it be a failure? We'll find out over the next 18 minutes. Hello everyone and welcome along to Cornflakes Group, your home of Rugby Challenge 3 and the Rugby Championship, where Australia are at home to face the Springboks. Now, like we said last episode, Australia 0-2 versus the All Blacks, South Africa 2-0 versus Argentina. But now things get mixed up, and Australia have picked a pretty strong side as well for this matchup. They've got a few changes though. They've pulled in Pollard and now and Kepo to their front row. Mixed up their second again. Arnold and Coleman will be at 4 and 5. The back row stays the same, and the wingers are really the only other difference that they've pushed around, with Hodge coming onto the left, moving Spate to the right. Beale and Kurantrani key in midfield if they can combine. Flowers always a danger on attack for Australia. As for South Africa, they've made just a couple of changes to their starting 15 for this big match against Australia. In the second row, it is Peter Steph Toy who comes in to partner captain Eben Beef. And in the backs, just the one other change, Ross Cronje coming in for Francois Hogard, and now he will partner Elton. Yankees in the halves, with of course Serfontaine, Creel outside the centres. Screws down and Rule with Kutzer at the back, otherwise unchanged throughout the team. They'll be looking for a strong performance here against Australia to put their season right on the best track to be, heading to New Zealand next week to face the All Blacks. So it will be South Africa, of course, in the green and white strip for today, up against Australia, of course, in the yellow and green, or green and gold, as they like to call it, the Wallabies. It will be South Africa to kick off, though, and it will be Yankees who will do the duty for the Springboks. Big breeze you can see on screen there, going from right to left. As underway we go. It is the final match of round 3 of the Rugby Championship 2017, which has kicked off. Underway we go, and Australia pull the ball in and they run away through Coleman, and a great pass out wide finds currently Bill. They got numbers here, Australia, and they turn very quickly into attack through Michael Hooper. The offload is great to Kurantrani, but he only finds touch. And a superb start from Australia, very quickly on the attack. So now Malcolm Marks, he calls just a 5-man line out, and they go to the toy at the back. Cronje wasting little time there as a kick away from Yankees. It's not good at all. Did not allow for the win there out in Yankees, and he's kicked that straight out on the full. Terrible, terrible mistake from the Springbok fly half. And it gives Australia a chance just outside the 22. Turnover though at the back though. Well played from Jaco Kriel. And once again he has another go. Yankees kicks high. It's very high. They're all waiting for it, but Reece Hodge comes down with the snow. It secures ball for Australia. They slow it down, but they get it away through Hannigan and knocked on. Well, mistake city going on here by both these two teams. Sean McMahon with the mistake. Hannigan just tried to feed it off nice and delicately. But McMahon could not handle that. Now Ross Cronje has the feed to the scrum. An area that could be a big factor in who wins this match. Set piece ball is going to be extremely important. Here's Kazim, he's going for a bit of a run. Front Serfontaine now wide, and Serfontaine cuts him in half. Big pass wide for Yankees. Can he link up with someone? No. He is isolated, and it is Will Guinea who pulls it away. We have gone from one end to the other, and another mistake. That time it looks like Kurantrani with the error. Advantage to the Springboks who have pulled it in. Khaleesi goes away. Serfontaine is desperation here by the Springboks. They're throwing it every which way. Left and right, Khaleesi finally takes it back to ground. There's no advantage here, surely by the referee. No, we got a chance. Oh! Well, they quickly spotted all that room to the right, and the referee said, no. That's too easy. Back you come for the scrum. It's 0-0. 17 minutes gone. Cronje once again feeds to the scrum. South Africa have had 2 feeds now. Kazim again. But he's going a bit sideways, twirling around the circle. Serpentine gets ball back. Quick goes out to Raymond Rule. He's one-on-one with Folau. Tries to step him, but Folau chops him down like a big tree in the woods. And away come the Wallabies. Turnover ball, the breakdown from Folau, making the tackle up and over the top of Raymond Rule. It's there for McMahon, and they look to move it once more. Australia look good when they shift it wide. Beale does very well, but Brendan Foley says, enough of this, just close to our line. And he kicks down the throat of Rule, who tries to run it back, but is met with a heavy tackle by Hodge. And Taurera, the Beach play scrum half. Serpentine all alone out there, and he's thrown into the ball. Comes back to the Wallabies. Release. And they almost capitalised on some big gaps there. Again, they shift wide. It's 5-on-1. Skosand's got work to do here against Kuranjani. Here comes Kutsia. Gets a combination play there with Skosand and takes him down. Kuranjani just 5 minutes short. Short side play. Will Guinea to Tafu Bulala now. That is over for the Wallabies. And the first try is scored on the back of a great break down the right-hand wing. Tavita Kuranjani creates the space. Boy, he was close there with Henry Spade as well. And then Guinea, he leaves Kutsia grasping at thin air and really could have gone himself. Unselfishly, he flicked that ball back inside to Polota now. And the hooker scores for Australia. Great start for them eventually. Big tackle coming in from Yako Creel as well. Couldn't dislodge the ball though. And Polota now finally gets some points on the board. It's good to see. And it's a home team with early advantage. 5-0, kick to come. Brendan Foley. He's found a lot of space for himself out on the wider channels here today so far. And that is a great conversion from Foley. It is successful. It is 7-0. Australia over South Africa. Wallabies over the Springboks. Back we come to Alta Yankees looking to get his side back in the right frame here on the front foot. If he gets a good kick here, they could be in a chance. High, another high one, but they really do not estimate the wind very well. You've got to say, through Yankees and his outside backs, they have not executed well with this breeze. Australia, though, with width on the ball, they look very dangerous as currently Beale gets a hard shot. In defence, they look once more to go through Foley. He slips it back inside to McMahon. McMahon does what he does best and tries to charge through. Foley once more, getting heavily involved now. Michael Hooper. The back row of Australia doing a lot of work here. Now they look to the width. It's Spate going well. Kuranjani could pass to Coleman again, but he should have carried on. Shouldn't have passed that back. We have 5 minutes to the break. And the Wallabies look well in control and possibility. They could take this one to 14-0. Outside on the left wing, it is currently Beale once more up against Raymond Rule. Shut down. Coleman looks left side, but the players out there are uninterested. Good pass there from Scott Seo. Didn't have much on in his way either, Guinea. Oh, this is a good work out to Reece Hodge. He's broken them in half. He's got one to beat once more. Got offload, but it was just a stray of the player, and it goes over his head. The ability to get that offload away was make or break there. With just 10 seconds to half time, there it goes. In fact, Marks finds the toy in the middle. Cronier to Yankees. Yankees goes wide. Skosand losing acceleration. He draws two defenders. Goes by the Serpentine. Up into Creel. Jesse Creel back to Assayson. Oh, great offload to Cronier. Back to Creel. Jesse Creel. Fence one. Beats two. Oh, the offload. Eminence of Beath is over. What a try from South Africa. They flick the switch. And that is a miracle play. Jesse Creel has put them well and surely in this game. Fends off Folau, beats a tackle of Foley, amidst another diving tackle. He offloads sensationally to Itzabeeth. And the captain storms over. Look at this from Creel. Unbelievable stuff from the outside centre. It's a beef. What a try, what a time to score it as well. Half-time had rung when the line-out was in motion, and they have scored an absolute screamer keeping the ball alive at all costs. And now it is a great conversion from Elton Yankees. He puts them over 7-7. We're all tied up here at half-time. What a game of rugby so far between these two sides. The players make their way off now. NIB Stadium is being treated to a spectacle. Their team, Australia, have had the better of the half in possession, but they do not lead the game on the scoreboard, which is where it really matters. 7-7 is the score. Possession 71-29 to Australia. Territory, on the other hand, though, is with the Springboks 67-33. The scrum battle has been all South Africa. They've had to put in and they've had control over that set piece at least. The line breaks 4-3. Both teams having a good nudge of things as well there. But overall, there's only one that matters, and that is at the top. Australia 7, South Africa 7. It is game on for the second 40. Brendan Foley increasingly active in this match. And he has a job now to kick off. He's got to lead his team forward. They've had the better of the first 40, Australia. Yet they do not lead the game. Yaka Krill rule. Oh, this is good work by South Africa again. They keep the ball alive in all circumstances. It's messy, and there we go. It does eventually break down. Rory Arnold pulls it in, and Australia could strike very quickly after half-time. Beale tries to force his way through with some jivey little jinx. Oh, Australia, they've got numbers out here. It was all the way to the left. Will they change the back for Henry Spate? Oh, there's no way he should have scored that. What's the defensive shift here of South Africa? They shot themselves in the foot, and this right here is the big advantage of quick recycled ball. Reece Hodge coming into play scrum half, but if you can see it, it's the way that the defence shifted away. There was so much room here on the right-hand defensive side of South Africa. They all shifted. There it goes. Away to that side. Australia through Reece Hodge said double bluff him. Back the other way they go. To the right of Reece Hodge. And that created too much space. They went from about 7-on-2 South Africa defenders onto Australian attackers. On that side they scored to 4-on-2. That's how much it shifted. Completely turned it around, Australia, putting players where the defence wasn't. They completely bluffed out the South African defence and have scored the second try of the match. It's 14-7. Foley converts it as well, and that is a masterclass of quick thinking by Australia, and most notably Reece Hodge. Yankees kicks off again. He's gone high, very high in the wind, but Australia too good under the high ball here, and they lead with half an hour to go by 7 points. It's not a comfortable lead, but it is a lead nonetheless. Oh, South Africa pile into the breakdown. Turn the ball over. Cronje done well. It's a beat. Oh, the Yankees. Oh, he's cut them in half. He's got big numbers out here. Rule has to hold the ball up, but Serfontein held on for South Africa. Jan Serfontein scores another great try. And so quickly after Australia scored, South Africa have hit straight back. Great run here from Yankees. He did superbly, but it was that from Rule, the calmness to just wait for the ball, control it, and then quickly get an offload away before he got hammered by what looked like Coleman coming across. Here he was, bang! No, it was Rory Arnold. And that is it. Great finish from Serfontein. He scored some good tries this year. And just getting it back around onto the outside of Raymond Rule. They made the difference. So back we go. A possibility to be all tied back up. 14-12. Yankees. Oh, that is a great kick. It hugs the right hand upright, but it is over. And that is all that matters. 14-14. These two teams are giving nothing away here. Someone has to really grab this game by the scruff and really take it on their side. Big kick here from Foley. It's gone deep to Rule. Serfontein tries to force his way through. The South Africa hang on nicely. Wide to Kolisi. Well, great ball from Tawera, and the big man is trundling away. Creel picks up the loose ball. He had to offload. He was surrounded by yellow jumpers. Here's Cronin, great pass. Away to Skosan. Skosan's 2-on-1 here. Oh, a big high tackle from Israel Folau. And the referee has instantly called a penalty. And how ironic is that to see a player like Coleman come across and say, calm down, mate. And out to the Yankees. Well, this is no surprise. The Yankees has got the ball here. South Africa, well, they have to win. They need to win here. This is a big kick here. He wants to keep it flat. There's a strong breeze and, oh, dear me. Well, he's wanted to hit it flat, but he has hit it far too flat. As here come the Wallabies now. That is not the type of kick he needed. That was terrible with 20 to go. This side, Creel's taken down Hodge. Goodness me, that kick will haunt him forever if they don't get up and win this game. Just trying to hit that so flat. He's just hit it in the middle of the ball and got no height on it at all. Unbelievable. A player like that should not be making errors like that. As here come Australia. Curly Beale inside ball to Hooper. And Michael Hooper goes to halfway.
Release.
Beale is starting to run the show as well in the green and gold jumper. Kenya. He's running nicely. Oh, Kurantani shows a bit of the fancy footwork we know about him. And Australia going nowhere at the moment, but they still got the ball. Now with again. It is Spate who has been skinning Skosan all night long. And the penalty to Kutsia. Well, there was Kutsia there was Skosan, and there was another Springbok player there as well. So Yankees with the ball. They're going to kick for touch, and there's a lot of talk and chatter here between the players. Strong breeze. Oh, he's hacked this away to the... Oh, that is a terrible mistake from Yankees. He's made two big errors, but it's kicked back. Oh, it's out on the full. Israel Folau says that was a bit of a mistake. Elton, have the ball back. And Yankees have said, well, thanks that Israel. We'll have another go. Terrible line out, dismissed by everyone. It's a comedy of errors to the highest standard here by both of these teams. It's as if neither of them really know how to win a game. Mistake after mistake, trying to do the impossible. They don't know how to put a game to bed. Well, that's a good run away there from Hennigan, and they've just about done some... Oh my goodness! That is a disgusting tackle on Rule. He just got the intercept, and then he has been absolutely hung out to dry. And oh, another shot at goal here for out to Yankees. Now he's really got to put this away. He's had one chance, and the breeze now is, well, it's kind of going to push this one into the post, so he'll want to shade it to the left. Here comes a shot, it is to the left, it's curling! Oh, it would have gone over, but it is just away to the right. Another miss from out to Yankees. He is having a horrid time, and this kick away from Guinea. Oh, that is superb. It is Curly Beale. Curly Beale with an absolute raker. That has gone from 22 to 22 and a bit, with just 10 seconds to go. Who wants to win this game? Yankees and South Africa, they want to go 90 metres to win this one. Neither wants the ball. Oh, Kurantani stolen it. They come wide for Hodge. Hodge goes to the corner. He's put down. Great tackle, Raymond Rule. Kurantani, pull on him now, hoping for that earlier glory. Michael Hooper's a strong runner, but he's put to bed this time. Guinea. Oh, this is sharp. It's Kurantani to Hodge. Oh, Hodge is over. Hodge is not over. It's a dead ball, Australia. It is game over. It is game over. What a tackle. We have to watch that again. We have to watch it again, because that was tackle of the millennium. How did he not get it down? Before we look at stats, let's check out that tackle again and see if we can see with any more detail just how that went down. Okay, so we slow it down here to see just what we can actually see. Concea's tackle. We can't see anything there. Let's take another look a bit closer. Consea comes in. Hodge. Well, can you see anything there either? A little bit closer. Is it forward to the ball? Has he lost it? Oh, has he lost it? Here's even closer. Oh, well, we can see here, foot is on the line and ball is lost. Okay, referee's called. He said no try, so we'll have a look at the tries that were scored. 2 apiece. Pulona now and Spate for Australia. Foley, 2 conversions successful. Ebenezer Beef and Serfontaine for South Africa. Outside Yankees, the referee's still going. With 2 out of 2 conversions. He must have choked on his whistle here because he is still piping away on his whistle. What's going on the field? That's the big question here. Are the players having a scuffle over that last play? Because the referee is still tooting on his whistle and we can't see what's going on. Despite it all, 14-14 is how it ends. He's still going. The referee has lost his marbles. He's still going. 2-8, my friend. 2-8 all you like. It is still a draw. He is having trouble containing the full-time message of this ridiculously exciting, pulsating matchup between Australia and South Africa. It ends 14-14. There is no winner. It is a draw in the Rugby Championship. Onto the stats. The referee is still going. He is still tooting away on his little whistle. 14 all the score. We've gone over that. Possession 60-40 Australia. They'll be kicking themselves. They should have done better. Territory 56-44. South Africa just nudged that. Handling errors were high. Both sides kicked poorly. Touch on the full was something we spoke about a couple of times with the line breaks. Australia 5, South Africa. Australia 8, South Africa 5 is the way I should be saying it around. And he's still tooting. Shut up, ref. They should have made more of that, Australia. They should have scored more than 2 tries from their 8 line break chances. Overall, a great match. From start to finish, it built beautifully and it had a grandstand finish between these 2 sides. Unable to be separated, 2 converted tries apiece. Yankees with so many kicks at goal, so many golden chances blown, and that try or no try at the end. You would not script it any better than that. That is my time for today. I hope you all watch this game to the very, very end because boy oh boy, that was exciting. And I hope you've all enjoyed it very, very much. Over again for the rest of the Rugby Championship games as well. But for today, from Australia, from South Africa, in a 14-all draw, I bid you all a fond farewell. Thanks for tuning in, and as always, take care.